defense is what is in between our 2 ears. And we have a problem where we don't want to.
We don't want to think.
We don't want to do.
Well. That goes into this. I think hip hop had a lot to do with the anti-intellectualism that we suffer right now.
Talk about that.
No, real talk. And I think it has something to do with the advent of the NWA. NWA, I think, played that game, the induction of gangster rap music on a mainstream level, like how it is now, where everything is fuck her, fuck him, kill her, kill him.
Everybody,
let's have sex, let's have drugs, let's get money, let's spend our money. You know what I'm saying? And not even invest in it or do anything else productive with it. That once it replaced that music that was what Kumo D said in Self-Destruction. I never had to run from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man.
Yeah, you're right.
Self-destruction, you feel me? Yeah. So once that music got taken away, and you started putting in the NWA, I mean, they had some, don't get me wrong, like, anti-NWA.
I know you're not.
Yeah. I know you're not. You know what I mean? Not saying that. All right, bro. Not taking nothing away from NWA.
You gotta talk to these young cats. That's why I brought the young cats.
Yeah, no, that's great.
You gotta get that.
Yeah. But you see the wheels spinning in his head.
Yeah.
See, so next time when you ask him a question, he won't just have the violent element. He can see the money element too. You feel me? And educational element and things like that. It's gonna get his wheels spinning. Cause of course. Now I'm always gonna say we need brothers to be able. We need the shooters. But we also need the thinkers. Yeah. And then we need the builders.
We need a whole body.
We need the engineers and the chemists.
We need a whole body. We need hands, we need feet.
Exactly. Because you know why?
We only think about the same rope.
Say Black Lives Matter, the president called them up on the red phone. Look, come on over to the office right now, right? They broke a deal. They said, look, we're gonna give you North Dakota, South Dakota, and boom. That all y'all black people go up there and what is it? 41 million of us. He said, y'all 41 million, y'all go up there. That's your own little. That's Negro land, right?
Let's say they give us a reservation.
Yeah. Well, they say that's our country. Say that's your country. We don't got nothing to do with y'all no more. That's your country.
That shit has never worked.
No, just hypothetical. Walk with me on the hypothetical. Okay. The reason I'm saying we need more than just shooters.
Okay.
So they grabbed all the 41 of us over here. They put us up there. Right? This is our land now. Yeah. Where do we go from there?
Ape shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you only got shooters, that's the only thing that's going to happen up there is shooting.
Who's going to be the properly trained police of our communities?
But
who are going to be the teachers?
Yeah. Like, who's going to run the water supply? Who's going to go to food?
The basics.
Exactly. Who's going to provide food?
And who's going to teach the basics?
I can't eat.
And who's going to eat a bullet?
Nah, I wouldn't want it. I don't want to eat a bullet. I don't want to eat a bullet.
And who's going to teach our children? And this is what I say with women in our own community, and I say within the Pan-African diaspora, like, don't ever get me wrong. Us black men have to be held accountable for the shit we do and for the shit we don't do. But I'm tired of us not holding these women accountable too. Yo, stop whoring around and having kids with mad different dudes.
I think that got a lot to do with the church, inadvertently.
Alright, I don't know where you're going, but you tell.
Well, I mean, it's just my theory that, you know what I mean, the church for a long time has indoctrinated the black woman with the fear of God and the fear and when I say the fear of God, inadvertently, the fear of the white man. And because we all know that the white man, for so many centuries, has been our image of God.
Yeah, but centuries before that, we knew what it was. That's why in Russia, they still celebrate the black man.
But we ain't been in Russia. We've been here.
I'm just talking about a world community. We already knew.
We talking. I want to speak strictly for us, not that whole diaspora. I want to speak on American Negroes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or the other African diaspora Negroes who came to America.
Yeah. Anybody that was in the transatlantic slavery.
Yeah. So if you came to America and you know America, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or this Western Hemisphere that we have. It's pretty much the same kind of situation. So they see it. They see the image of God, the blonde hair, blue eyes, and then the preacher all day, every Sunday, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he yelling about the fear of God and disrespect God. My thing with the whole thing about that is, why should I fear my God? I shouldn't fear my God. I should love my God. I should respect my God. But I should never have to fear my God.
Not true. I'm gonna tell you.
That's my opinion.
But I'm gonna tell you why. Father.
That's why.
I'm gonna tell you why. Father the Father.
Okay, tell me.
We call, whether you be Muslim or what have you, we call our perspective the ones the God of the religion that you practice. If you are one that practices a religion at all, we call that my Father often.
Mm-hmm.
You're a father. I'm a father. And I remember my son, Kuya Matea, when he was in the 3rd, 4th grade, his first day of school, they asked him 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
The first question was, what do you love most in this world? 3 things you love most in this world. He said, swimming, something else, like swimming, I think something about like music or something like that, and my father, Jason Sparrow. And the very next question was, what do you fear most in this world? My man said drowning, something else, and my father, Jason Sparrow. That's a healthy relationship. Yeah, you should fear me. And yeah, you should have a healthy fear of the one that you serve in theology. And it doesn't mean, because there are differences in fears. I fear no man. And that's what I was telling you about that time. I'm like, ain't no need to fear the police, guns in hand. I don't give a fuck. I'm a grown-ass man. I fear the God I serve, a healthy, loving fear. The same way my son interacts with me, a healthy, loving fear.
I don't think that you ever love fear. I mean, I just don't see them as being synonymous with, like,
You could call it synonymous with respect. Because my God don't abuse me and I don't abuse my son, but he still fear me.
I know where fear has its place in this world.
I think you're looking at fear from a slavery point of view. I'm looking at fear, I'm explaining fear on its most genuine, basic level. Of the one that provides for you. Of the one that provides for you.
Fear is a useful tool in our arsenal as a survival tool, because if you know that if I do this and it could cause my life to go and I won't be able to produce progeny and continue on with my.
The only reason I bring it there is because you brought God into it. You brought theology.
But I feel like
there's a healthy theological fear one can have. But if you want to get away from theology and just talk about us as humans, regardless of whose theology is what, there is no place, and I'll say this to every man, every black, especially every black male, Latino male, there's no place, fear has no place when dealing with your equal when it comes to the species.
Mm-hmm. So we gonna get back to what we was just. Now, I appreciate the young man's answer. I understand that it was a young man's answer. I also understand that it does have a place in the struggle.
As a reserve, it absolutely does.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As a reserve. But I don't think, now that I'm a little bit older, more wiser, and I've built with brothers, it doesn't have a forefront. It shouldn't be like, what is it, the vanguard?
It has no fundamental place. Like, not fundamental, but it has no, you're right, it has no, it should not be our initiative.
Yeah, it's not going to be in the forefront.
Yeah, it shouldn't be our initiative.
But I think the most important thing that we need to do, I think the 2 most important things that we need in this struggle of being black people in America is education.
Agreed.
And economics.
Agreed.
Those 2 things, right? I think if we started to educate our people, our kids, if we just said, even if we just said, fuck all everybody 7 years old and up. If we just dealt with everybody that was 7 years old and down on an educational level, right? Taught them their history, taught them respect, taught them to be able to look in the mirror and love each other, right? And then taught them the value of $1 to spend that dollar with somebody that looked like them. Us old dinosaurs that's 8 and up, we eventually will die off. But the ones that's 7 and everything that come behind it, they couldn't fuck with it for another 1,000, 2,000 years.
Now I'm gonna tell you this, and this is real talk. Go with me here. And I agree with you. 110% with a 10% error.
That's a first time ever.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. All the most historic. I was gonna say great. I'm gonna say historic. Notorious. I think that's a more proper term. All the most notorious dictators said exactly what you say, and I agree. So what we talking about is getting rid of the motherfucking dead weight.
Well, yeah, if I had to be a dictator, and I had to think about this the other day about the dead weight that you was talking about. If I was,
I eat. A lot of us gotta go.
If I was Hitler, and I had to get rid of some dead weight, I probably, yeah, a lot of brothers would be going.
Why you think, and sisters too.
And I'm not trying to disrespect.
I am.
That's probably the worst.
I'm not even trying to
character that I think
it's just honest. Like, why you think I took? Look. Why you think I took full custody of my son? Because his mom gotta go.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm having that fight with my baby mom now. Now that I have my daughter, right now I just wrote out her some math, some division and shit like that, percentages, and I said, you do that. Then I handed her Popular Science magazine.
As you should.
I started to pick, but I said, you know what? You pick an article you want to read, and when I get back after filming this program, we're discussing.
Cool. And that's exactly what you should be doing. But I'm saying even with our sisters, like, look, before I took,
because I ain't raising no chicken heads. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing. I kill you.
And thank God.
Before you come home with 10 baby fathers and 12 kids.
Yo, and thank God. But that's what I'm saying. Like, before I got custody of my kid, I was living some old royal life. I was doing this rap shit. I was touring shit.
I kind of relate to that.
Fuck who I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? I got smut over there. Smut over there. But when I saw my child, first you ain't getting fed right. Yo, the educational tools I implant on you implant within you, that when you see me every day after school, when you go back home to your mom, all that shit is eradicated.
Yeah, because she's not.
And half of it because she mad at me. Like, fuck anything.
Yeah, oh yes, and that's crazy.
And
that's even crazy.
Let's talk about it. There's a lot of cats going through.
Go ahead, speak to it.
So it's like, so then it's like, fuck anything your father gives you. And then it's like, oh, and I'm not gonna say I wasn't some when I got with her, I was like 18, 19, I smashed other chicks, like, I did what we do. You know what I'm saying? And like, for her to be thinking at that age, because she only 3 years older than me, at 19, and you 21, 22, thinking like, yo, this is forever, you're a moron. You're a moron. You know? But digressing, I had to think to myself, like, okay, this is my only child that I have in the world. And look at he had a speech impediment. I had to go grab him, teach him how to speak properly. I mean, phonetically. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff. And it really brought out of me